Ladies and gentlemen, Melina. Ladies and gentlemen, I was talking to a girl today. I won't mention who it was, for her own conversation. I don't need to tell everyone who she is, but I was talking to her, and she was talking about how she wants to lift weights and get bigger. And I was like, well, do you want to be do you want to be bigger, but feminine bigger? You know, like not overly masculine because you are working out and you know, you're a feminine girl, like she's petite, like really skinny. And so she was just answering. She was answering. Now, when I think of it, I'm like, well, what if she wants to be like a really butch, kind of masculine, strong bodybuilder type? And what's wrong with that, darlings? I mean, obviously, Melina's stronger than most women because Melina's a man. That's the bodybuilder. But I look petite. But I am very physically strong. But I mean, the thing is, I mean, like when you ask someone that and you say to them, "Do you want to keep your femininity?" I mean, you know, for me, I don't really. I mean, for me, that's what I like, and I don't think she took it the wrong way. I mean, I don't think she'd be like, "What do you mean, feminine?" But maybe she gets that a lot. Maybe she really wants to be really big and strong, and she has a hard time with people just saying, "Oh, you know, do you want to be feminine still?" Like, why would you? Some people don't want to be feminine, but I mean, I assume that she want because I asked her, and she's like, "Well, I want to be feminine still. I don't want to be too big." And I'm like, I assume that she doesn't want to be too big because she said that. But some people are like where they don't say, you know, maybe she. I'm not, you know, you can never tell someone's gay or straight. I'm sure she's straight, but who knows? You never know, right? Maybe some people aren't, right? So the commonality is that most people are straight or bi, but she might have been a lesbian. So instead of being like, you know, but she answered what she answered, and she could still be a lesbian despite it. But but I'm like, well, you know, but some people just don't want to explain, right? When you talk to someone, they might be like, well, of course I want to be feminine. That's the last thing on their mind, right? They want to be a big bodybuilder type as a girl. So, you know, and some girls that are big bodybuilders type aren't necessarily lesbians, right? You can be a big bodybuilder type and go for guys, right? So, you know, it's all relative and stuff like that. But some people really feel they can't answer. You know, even though I dress up as a woman on my YouTube channel and I do all kinds of stuff, like all creative stuff and talk about gender play and all that, some people assume that I'm heterosexual, which I'm bisexual, um, but some people just assume I'm heterosexual because I'm married, and so they assume I'm heterosexual, but I'm really bisexual, and I like men a lot, and I like women a lot to date, you know. But anyway, so you know, you never really know. I mean, some people are just like, well, of course I want to be feminine, and maybe that's what they want. But you're like, what if they don't? What if they want to be a butch girl and not they might be straight or they might be gay. That's besides the point. But maybe they want to be a really butch girl. Do they? What do they say to someone? Do they say, "Oh, you know, I want to be butch," and then the person might be like, "Oh, why? You're so femininely pretty." I mean, of course, there's lots of women and men out there that like really muscular women. You know, it's popular enough, but maybe they just don't. And I'm not reading anything into it. I mean, I allow her to say what she wanted. I interpret it however I interpret it, but you never know. Maybe she wants to be a really strong, buff girl. And I mean, because I met, well, I mean, obviously I know all kinds of people, but there was one girl I knew, and she might have been transgendered, I'm not sure, but she was really masculine. Like, she was really, really masculine. And I was like, I was like, she looks like a guy, totally. And I was like, that's cool, you know. I mean, I'm totally supportive, obviously, because my channel, but I mean, I don't judge trans at all, and I don't judge anybody really. But I mean, you know, when you ask someone that and you just assume that they want to be whatever, you can't necessarily assume that you don't know, right? And people that answer may not want to answer truthfully because they don't want to deal with backlash. But I mean, the thing is, I mean, maybe it's really rare to be really, obviously girls that are bodybuilders are probably, like muscular ones, really muscular, are probably really rare, but you don't know, right? No, well, not that you don't know, but they're really rare, but you would think that some of them would be very popular with guys or girls, whoever they like, because I mean, bodybuilders, no matter who they are popular. Of course, I think the male ones are more popular, but you never know, right? Like, there are a lot of lesbians and bi women out there, and there are a lot of men that like bodybuilder girls, right? So anyway, thank you for watching. Bye now.